Welcome to the next tutorial about volume of a cylinder. So far we have done the volume of a rectangular prism or a box. Well, now we want to do a cylinder. And for those of you that like to drink cans of pop or cups of coffee, you will recognize that your cup or your can is a cylinder. And your cans of pop sometimes have a bottom that is kind of misshapen or beveled out or beveled in. A cup of coffee might be a good example, or a water bottle or anything like that. We can find the volume of a cylinder. Similar to the way I talked about a box and how a box was simply a square or a rectangle that was really stacked on itself so that it could get bigger and had a height to it. We get the same thing with a cylinder. It's really just a circle that gets stacked up. When we draw it, though, we wouldn't be able to see the back of it, so it looks something like that, or a soup can or anything like that. I want to keep that circle on the bottom so that we can see our circle. So if the volume of a rectangular prism was similar to calculating the area but multiplying it by the height, it's going to be the same thing for the volume of a cylinder. So the volume of a cylinder is the area of the base times the height. And we know that we can find the area of the circle by pi r squared, and we're just going to multiply it by the height. If we look at this circle, or this cylinder here that I have, and we were to give it some measurements, let's say that our radius is 10 centimeters, and let's say that our height is 20 centimeters. We can then plug these into this formula over here, where we have the volume of a cylinder is pi r squared times the height. So let's put these in. Pi, I'm going to approximate to 3.14 times our radius, and our radius here is 10 squared, so I'm going to actually do 10 times 10 times my height. My height is 20 centimeters. So I'm going to keep going with finishing up my math. 3.14 times 10 times 10 is 100. I'm just going to do a few extra steps here just to show you how it's coming together. 3.14 times 100. If you do it on a calculator, you're going to get 314 times 20. 314 times 20 is 6,280. So we have 6,280 centimeters, not squared, but cubed, because when we're talking about volume, we're always talking about cubic measurements. And we also had that when we looked at our dirt. When we think of the squares that we had, or the big bags that we had of dirt, they were approximately a cubic yard, meaning if we would have gone out and taken a measuring stick or a ruler or a meter stick or a tape measure, we would have had a yard wide, a yard long, and about a yard high, and that would have given us a cubic yard. There's your volume of a cylinder. On that sheet, you've got a few little things to fill in, and just a little review of some key ideas with the shape of the base of a cylinder, and also in the top area there, it has a little word bank for you to choose from. On that sheet, there are a number of questions for you to practice, so I'd like you to practice those ones too. We will take some of these up probably on Friday, but have a look and with your classmates, ask Ms. Vonk, or double check somehow on the internet to make sure you get your measurements right. We'll see you on Friday.